Not causing death, being deaf.
Yeah, no, I think pocket ace would be the way to go. Ace of wands.
Okay.
But once we pick, do we know what it does, or do we just like hope?
Nope.
Like we just like Yu-Gi-Oh, we just fucking
We're just like,
shit,
well,
dude.
shit's going
We're
on.
drowning.
The thing is, now you have the card and you can examine it more in depth, as opposed to when he's just holding it out, like spectrally, like levitating 3 of these cards at once. They're all one-time uses, so.
So, what are the votes at right now, then?
I think
2
2
pocket
on-
ace.
Yeah, 2 aces.
And then I said Page.
Page of Pentacles.
Yeah. So then there's O and Cursey to do whatever they feel like.
They could win it for you. They could tie the vote between 2
They
different
can't
cards.
tie it.
They can
No,
tie it.
One
5
can vote
people
Page.
can't. Oh, they can.
Yeah, because one can vote
Between-
Page and one can
yeah.
vote Swords, and then it's like, well, shit, we have a two-way tie.
Yeah, they got 3-way tie, but they got at least 2-way tie. Noted. I'll track their votes later. Very interesting. Very interesting. And that's all the slides. Those are all the group slides. O's not here right now, so yeah, that's right. Use the card to do that. It's actually a weapon. It's a +5 ranged weapon.
Dude, I have a range attack.
Dog, I'll take that.
It has a range of 5 and 15. So, anyways, yeah, I had stuff planned for O and Kirsty and Garth, but O isn't here. Kirsty isn't here. So yeah, Garth, I guess you're the one I had to go drag to Whispers today.
Yay.
All right, we'll be back.
Have fun.
Why does he have to end it with a creepy have fun? That makes it so much worse.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
So yeah, I had something in mind for you, Kirsty, and O. I'm not going to tell you what theirs are, but let's start with yours.
sure.
I'm not going to spend too long on this. This is definitely more of a grand narrative thing versus a detailed scene sort of thing. It's definitely one of those instances of, did we talk about this during that time? That time, the one, that time. It's like one of those. You get visited by Volter.
Oh,
Like,
nifty.
during your 3-week downtime, you get visited by Volter in your new abode. He pulls the equivalencies of a Johnny Silverhand on you, in the sense of you're sort of just chilling in your room, and then boom, he's there.
They look away and look back. It's fuck, he's gone again.
No, those are the Lutece twins from Bioshock Infinite. They actually do that. Like, I remember doing that once where they're like shoveling dirt in the graveyard, and then when I turned back around, the shovel was still moving and the dirt was flying, but they weren't holding it. They're just gone. And I was like,
That's mildly terrifying.
couldn't change the animation, I see. But yeah, Vulture is there to discuss basically the terms of the hunt and answer any. Oh, I moved up. Answer any questions you have, if you have any, for him about the hunt itself.
I should, somewhere in this book. Why do I not label things? Let's start with, like, what his terms of the hunt are.
The terms of his hunt are rather simple. Kill Scornkin. No proof is required. He'll know if they're killed. The penultimate goal of the hunt is to exterminate any and all Scornkin forever, but we'll start small. Right, we'll start small.
He's going for full genocide, but you gotta start with the children first.
Yeah.
That was a bad joke.
Well, it's true to him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you have questions about them, he could tell you some stuff. He can't tell you everything, but he might be able to tell you something.
But them in specific.
Them as a species, not
Yeah.
like...
Does he know? Like, does he know if their absence of being their absence? Let's end it there. Their absence for 5 years, was that because they were intentionally like building up forces, or they were just so weak that
They're
they
not.
retreat?
They're not coordinated or capable enough on a grand scale to do that.
Okay.
No, it's just a matter of they're battered, and power vacuums had opened up inland and on the way back inland, so they just sort of been doing that the whole time.
Okay. Is there any particular reason that he has like any leaning towards of why they're coming back now, or is it just like they're strong enough now they're gonna show up again?
That one.
Okay.
The vacuums have been filled. They now have the capacity and population to expand once more.
Does he think there's any possibility of another Night of Tempest happening?
Potentially. He's unable to either say or determine what causes a Sikoran to be charismatic, quote unquote, over another group of Sikoran, to the point where they could unite every Sikoran. Like he is unable to determine that or discern that.
I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of wording on this.
Take your time. I'm adding his token because he didn't have a name this whole time, so I can't assign a token to him until he got a name.
Weird. How about any particular advice or boon on like tracking or hunting them down? Or is that just her job description right now?
That is sort of your job description, but he does say, like, know the enemy. Not in the sense of know what Sikoran can do, but know what the specific type is. They're similar to fairies. They have an aesthetic to them. They're pretty obvious.
If I could spell words, that'd be useful. How do you spell niche?
Niche.
How about why his interest is leaning towards Scornkin now? Or is he not obliged to say that?
He and his hunting pack hunt many a thing. It is now the turn of Scornkin. Many elder things. Or things related to him, rather.
Okay.
It is now the turn for Scornkin, and it is the opportune moment to do so with the colonies.
Right. Because I have like a foothold to build off of kind of thing?
Moreover, there are people here that he can utilize.
Was he attempting this the first wave around, or was it because of the events of the first wave of the Night Tempest that drew them over here?
The second one.
Okay.
The Scornkin were thought to be a more, not trivial, but less threatening of a quarry in the past, but the Night of Tempest has proven that as low a chance as it might be, there is a chance that they can get out of control. Thus, the actions now.
I keep spelling Valtyr's name like Valtyr.
No, Valtr.
Okay.
Volter.
Because that would be pronounced like Valtyr.
And depending on which naming nomenclature we're using, it'd still be called Volter, Voltaire, Voltaire, something like that. Voltaire. But for the one I'm using for him right now, it's just Volter.
I'm trying to find that point of what she wants. Because Rose is trying to like get like reassurance that like she's not accidentally signed her soul up to evil shit, which seems promising here, but I'm trying to find like what she wants. So presumably, once
definitely on the if you did sign into evil stuff, Walter shows you it's definitely the lesser of two.
that seems acceptable enough.
Like Walter doesn't claim to be a good person. He doesn't claim the people he works with or for are good people. He just knows that
But they're dedicated.
He just knows that they're fighting evil.
Okay.
And he also assures you that once you actually meet a Scornken face to face, you'll start getting the same lines of logic.
Just like, oh yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I'm curious because he made it sound like the Veiled Broker kind of like. It sounded like Walter was kind of shopping around for someone to work with, and the Veiled Broker like sold him on Rose. I'm curious, like what he said. Just like what
Veil Broker. I mean, the Veil Broker doesn't sell people in like an advertising sense. Like Veil Broker's strictly professional. He doesn't short end people, not purposely so. It's more of your mispurchase on your own behalf. He makes it pretty clear as to how he gets his souls and how he got a soul in particular, in this case yours. All Walter needed to know is that you're a Slayer.
Fair enough.
So you should have experience in extermination and dealing with harsh environments while doing that extermination. Walter isn't particularly picky.
He just wants something that works.
Basically.
No, that would insinuate that Rose actually got the inside check, which she didn't. That's an interesting note. But no, because he provides benefits in different ways. I was wondering, like, if you would be willing to train her, like, in martial things rather than like mystical things.
But, I mean, he doesn't know much mystical things himself.
Yeah, he still provides power. Actually, that's a point. Does her warlock powers come from him or his higher up, and he's just like a manager, effectively, like a middleman?
Basically that.
Okay.
He is the conduit to your power. He's not the battery for it, but he is the conduit. He's the extension cord, so to speak. So without him, you don't have power. Without the higher up, you don't have power either, but in a different sense. And
But
no,
then
he's
a
not
lot
going to
of people-
train you. He has other things to do with his time.
Yeah, checks out. Is he like managing other hunts as well?
Always.
I think. God, I wish I could find, because I know I wrote down like a bunch of questions at some point.
I mean, no, I don't gotta do this with anyone else today, so.
Fair, but I don't like long gaps of silence. Oh, cool. Right, I forgot he had like he had arc tokens. Shit. So the deal going on now is at the extermination of Scornkin, she effectively gets possession of her soul back.
If you successfully exterminate every Scornkin, yes, he'll give you your soul back.
Well, that's a hard ask. Thinking about it. Oh, no.
You did say the hunt was easy.
Yeah, fair enough. Question is, does he think it's possible, or is he just like, oh, I'll just assign this person to something? And they'll make progress.
No goal is unattainable if his will strong enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Does he have any like current leads on like nearby groups of Scornkin?
He does, but he imagines that your expeditionary force will be able to inform you on such.
Yeah, figured. I was gonna say, it's like, that leads to the next mission. It's like, no, the next mission is probably gonna be in town. It's like, oh, mission after that, maybe.
Yeah. We'll get there. Enjoy. Hopefully.
Oh, how about this? Does he... Does he know why Ruhan's arm is still inoperable? Not as functional. Let's go with that.
By O's own desire, his eye is also now messed up too, so that's pretty fun.
Oh, wacky.
Not in like a mechanical sense, but in like a visual sense.
Well, then leading to that,
Why?
it's just like...
Why? It's probably, if you were to reckon, punishment for a loophole. Something which fairies are often renowned for, so call it a safety net, call it insurance.
Okay. So it works, but with a degree of failure kind of thing.
Yeah, well, it was never possible for it to be a clean break.
Okay.
All things considered, he considers it pretty successful.
Oh, yeah. No, considering the alternative is probably execution, yeah, he's alive. Yeah, that's victory. Wish you could do more, but, like, as much as you could do kind of situation.
Maybe in due time, the effects of it will be able to be overridden. They won't fade on their own. He'll tell you that for free. When you're faced against things that are eternal, you make sure your implements are just as eternal. So.
Does Rose have inclination that he knows who did it? Or made the dagger originally?
He knows.
Well, no, I was asking if Rose's indication. Because you mentioned, like, they were co-workers, so I have an idea of who it might be, but...
I believe he's made it apparent that he knows of, at the very least, who made it.
Okay.
I believe he said something along the lines of, he is a much more different hunter than myself. So, by assumption, you could deduce that
He knows
they're
it
sim-
at least.
Yeah.
Okay, well... that the person who made the dagger originally wouldn't be able to like remove whatever's affecting Ruhan, would he?
Probably would.
Does Walter
As the
think?
person that made the dagger.
Yeah. Does Walter think parlaying with that person would be plausible?
Probably not. Not given your group's affiliation. Definitely not.
What's mean by affiliation?
He does not like Abigail, that's for sure.
Does Rose know any details about Abigail's family so far? She knows they're Fae. Yeah, that one's obvious, but she doesn't know that they're high and mighty Fae. She knows they're probably strong.
Given the fact that what like brought her back from the dead, yeah, that's a fair assumption.
There's a small hint with when she was describing the silver blood hunters, like the origin of that. There's a small hint that it could that there's a small hint there, but I think that'd just be extrapolating on Rose's end. Like I don't think she would jump to that conclusion.
There are in the words of O, the pieces have been presented. Also, don't mind the silence. I'm doing stuff too, so
Yeah, I figure.
Remaking Jessie's sheet. Now she has a different circumstance.
Is she still? Oh, what was she before? Bard of Valor, I want to say.
Not anymore.
She's just like a straight up rogue.
No, she's still Bard.
That'd be swinging high. I think she'd save that for another time, but I'm gonna write that down. Oh, spell words right. That is well, I guess that'd be more a question for at that point of just like Ruhan's acceptance of his fucked up arm situation.
I would say from how O described what his plans are for Ruhan, it's probably obvious that he's not. Let me see here.
Not happy.
A combination of drinking heavily, going to the temples, and living a generally high-risk lifestyle.
Oof.
So,
yeah, we kind of fucked up on that one.
That's whatever, man.
What? Because I remember he was debating Blood Hunter.
He didn't go.
He didn't. Okay. Did he just stick with fighter then, or did he like dip into something else?
He's still a fighter.
Okay. Ah! No, get off the chain. There we go. Does he have any, like, maybe like a gut check if anything, but like any inclination of like why the ancient Aberith could have like a traitor mark on him? I know it's not like in his field much at all, but like maybe they've been looking into this area, maybe they came across something. I don't know.
He's not 100% certain. He is not really involved in mortal politics. But he does say that there are a lot of high-tiered powers operating on this continent, so likely a rivalistic thing there. He will say, as clever as the aberrant thought itself, it was not as clever as it thought.
Clearly. I'm assuming us going inland is just going to be more challenging than them.
Potentially. That being said, it's not every day you face against, a thing that's centuries old.
Yeah.
But he also does say age is irrelevant. Anything, a lot of things can die, whether or not they think they can or can't.
Clearly.
He speaks with expertise.
Did Falter die to something?
He and his pack hunt a lot of fellow targets. And that's all he'll say about it.
Sure. Has he ever come across, like, a shard of ends to, like, check that kind of stuff?
No, but he's heard of them.
Right.
He honestly wouldn't mind having gotten a hands on one. Probably would have made a lot of hunts easier.
Yeah.
But, it is a poor hunter that blames the weapons of their craft.
No, he's not there. What did he hear about the shards? Like, did he learn of any information that's something that we haven't, like, come across already, kind of thing?
He's heard a bunch of different accounts from different creatures throughout the ages.
Alright.
To be fair, not very few, if any of them, actually have interacted, like, have held the thing. He's heard different stories about it. Some say it's, how to put it? It's like a portal. Or the fragments of a portal to another dimension. Others say that it was a weapon. That's what's a shard of, a weapon. Others say that it's the fragment of a god. A fell god from way back.
Wait, a fell god or a true god?
A fell god.
Okay.
I think so. He's heard a lot of different accounts for it, but none are conclusive, is a thing. So he doesn't linger on it too much. He more so cares about what it's capable of as opposed to where its origins are.
Right. Which is interesting.
But again, he's not really had access to it ever, so he doesn't think about it too much. And it's not so valuable enough for him or any of his peers to go hunt it down in specific.
Gotcha. Ah, damn it, I lost my train of thought. It was... That's what the train of thought was. Yeah, because there was like the shard we came across that was in the giant murder seahorse was able to shoot lasers and then was reduced down. Well, not reduced down. It's still a powerful device, but it is interesting. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, is it like because it's in different hands, it has different capabilities?
Different hands, different capabilities. One does get used to it. It adapts as much as you adapt to it.
Gotcha.
And also, sheer willpower and intent have a clear factoring on it. So he reckons a creature like the Corsair Fiend makes sense why it did what it did.
Yeah, not even incinerate. Disintegrate one of my allies. Great. No, he has not a hole in his chest. He has a gap where his heart's supposed to be, which is super cool. So if Varric dies, does that like shard in his chest disintegrate or something, or what happens there?
He doesn't know.
Yeah. That was more Garth thinking out loud than anything. No, he doesn't want that. If I let him, like, if I gave him the shard to examine it for however long, does he think he'd be able to figure anything more about it, or if he'd be able to track it easier, or track others easier?
No, this thing is distinctly abnormal in its presence.
Yeah. It's so unique it
as
can't be found situation.
As much as that might be his field of expertise in hunting the unusual signatures of other creatures, this thing is a different tier entirely. It is a negative presence.
Like, actively...
Yeah. In other senses, he's hunting a number in a certain spectrum versus this thing, which is an outright negative on every spectrum.
Hard to find something when it's not there.
It is its own tier, essentially.
Okay.
Or it's in its own different spectrum entirely. And it's not one that he knows or thinks can attune to, I suppose.
Does he know of anyone that could?
He's not particularly a fell researcher, so he doesn't know.
Fair enough.
No one he knows, at the very least.
Yeah, their job is to kill the fell things, not, like, negotiate with it.
Basically.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, let's go with the stupid selfish request. I have an idea where... Yeah. If he could, like... if he could spy on his family to let her know how they're doing, kind of thing.
Denied.
Which, yeah, I figured as much, but it's the easiest access she has to that kind of shit. Anyways. I don't think I have anything else.
Okay.
If I think of any more, I'll write it down for next time, but yeah, that's... Let's see. Shardman, Scornkin, Deal. Shit's vague. Person doesn't like Abigail.
Well, take out he doesn't like Abigail either, but he's at least tolerant.
Yeah. He's like necessary evil, Just barely.
He just simply warned you to be careful of trusting her too much, which I know might be a bit of an awkward circumstance given how much she's done and how much she knows, but nonetheless, he cautions against it too much. Her family is more than she makes it out to be, whether she realizes it or not.
What does she just have rose? Nah, that's pretty obvious. She just has rose-tinted glasses, ironically enough, for like anyone in her family. It's like, oh, they can't do anything wrong.
Well, he doesn't think it's that. It's just more over the face that she sees with her family versus the face the family actually has might be different. They might do right by her, but you're not her.
That makes sense. So hopefully we won't have to interact with them that much. Insert Catalina, anyways.
Yeah, he is not like being in the same city as Catalina.
For the
like,
same reasons as before, or something more there?
Catalina is an expanded, advanced case of what Abigail is, or might be. So, I'll put it like this. What Abigail might be, Catalina is.
Right. Is Catalina a fairy, or is she still a changeling? Rose has no inclination on that.
Man, doing a bard spell is just so much easier.
Really? Well, I guess it's limited.
Well, it's more limited, but also they just have good spells every level.
Yeah, that's a good point. Haste, 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 haste.
Get in that face.
Right, bards don't get haste. They get slow, though, don't they?
Yeah, which is why me and O are confused.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, magical secrets, I can grab it, but I grabbed Counterspell and Hero's Feast, personally.
Yeah, there's not really an argument against those.
Alright, think about that.
Yeah.
Alright, Justice New Sheet is done, I guess. Oh, I need to just ace anything first.
Actually, there's been a lot of talk about Abigail. How does he just... Is she the only one in the group that he has strong opinions on, and everyone else is neutral, or does he, like... What's his opinion on everyone else? Let's put it that way.
He has concerns about Varric, mostly due to his proximity with Abigail. As for Fia, he wonders from where her sudden powers are drawn from. For Ruhan, he feels pity. He doesn't feel sorry for having done the thing he's done, but he just pities him. But such is life. Cork seems in good hands.
Suspect everyone in the group besides Ruhan.
And then your new member, Malrian, does seem to have similar circumstance, different results, different intents, as with what Ruhan went through.
What level is Jessie?
As of right now, she's level 11.
Okay.
To be decided if I upgrade her or not.
So
that's just what she is in the other campaign. So I'm just keeping the sheets similar.
Copy paste, copy paste.
Basically, that's all I did just now. 90% of the spells on her spell list were in the Roll 20 Compendium, thank God, and the remaining 10% I just copied and pasted from the other sheet.
Nice.
So, pretty fast.
Connor seems different from Abigail's family. How's it feel about Connor?
The good one of the batch. It's a shame that he's beginning to step off the path, but oh well. Still better than the rest of them.
It's been 40 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. I mean, I'm probably gonna do this run and ringer again for O and Kirsty next week, assuming we're able to play next week.
Yeah.
So,
probably
if
be
you
a
could think
little
of more
concise
stuff,
to
you could ask me then.
Okay.
It depends entirely on what next week's schedule is, because if it's gonna be another late start like this, I might be a bit faster, in which case I'll talk to you about it at a later point. But if it's like normal start, which I highly doubt because it's at the day after Christmas, but never say never, right?
Assuming we're actually gonna play.
Yeah, I don't even know what. I don't think Fred is available, if I remember correctly, or he might be like late start again. So I don't fucking know. Basically, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Spirit Guard.
What time is it? It's 4:55 right now, so we have another hour. Okay, we can talk schedule. But I'm gonna be back.